Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about something that our body has. And if you know what intestines are, they are very important, and we're going to get to why they are in the 2 slides from now. So what is intestinal? I meant to put rupture, but I put damage. So what is intestinal rupture? I guess you could kind of say that's damage because without your intestines and they rupture, a lot of bad stuff happens. And we'll get to that in the other 11, 12 slides that there are. So what is intestinal damage, and is it dangerous? So we're going to talk about why our intestines are important, how constipation can fit in with intestinal rupture, and fecal impaction, which is caused by constipation that is not treated well and does not go away. And we're basically just going to talk about this. And I want to say the following might gross you out. Just a big fat warning. Yes, some of the topics in here have pictures of your intestines, and they don't have like the really gruesome stuff like your actual thing, like intestines. They're animated, so they're not like really gruesome or in depth with that, but the words are. And this might give you a bad anxiety, but if you like someone, I'm a 13-year boy who hypochondriacs, or basically overreacts about everything. I'm a hypochondriac. I have really bad death anxiety. Therefore, it's gonna be very hard. So let's just get right to the video, everybody. Let's talk about our intestines. It's gonna be a lot of gruesome stuff. What is our intestines good for? Well, our intestines are good. Our intestines are good for right here. Your intestines are a crucial part of your digestive system. They're where most of the vitamins and nutrients from our food are broken down and absorbed into your bloodstream. Intestines do a lot of work to give you the energy and nourishment you need to stay healthy and to function and thrive every day. Without this, guys, we wouldn't be getting the energy and nourishment, therefore we would basically be dead. Because in order to live, we have to have energy, vitamins, nutrients, and nourishment. If we don't have any of that, it could cause some serious health problems, and it could kill you. Now, what is constipation? Infrequent, irregular, or difficult evacuation of the bowels. So you might have some pain in your stomach area, and this pain in your stomach area is pretty simple. You could get really bad stomach pain because your body is trying to release poop, and your body can't do that because the constipation means you cannot poop, and maybe you do, but it's like fewer than 3 times a week. So if you have fewer bowel movements than 3, you might not do so well. And continuing, you might get some stomach pain. And there's other symptoms which could go along with constipation, like vomiting, and severe constipation, which could be fecal impaction or intestinal rupture, is puking your own poop. Puking your own shit is pretty bad, because puking your own shit's not going to do so well. It's not going to be good. How long is too long with constipation? Few days to several weeks. If you have constipation for 3 days, that's not that much. I mean, just drink apples, get apple sauce, drink apple juice, drink some stuff with like some apples. Apples are supposed to help your bowels move. So if you have that, then you'll do pretty good. As long as you can, you also have to not pretend, oh my gosh, I can't think straight. My mind, I think I'm dying. Okay, I'm not, I'm joking, I'm fine. So, again, what were we talking about? Few days to several weeks, so, like, as long as you could fart, I think it'll be pretty good. But if you can't, neither one of those, I think there's a serious health problem you may have, and yeah. So, not being able to poop is already bad, but as long as you can leave gas, then that's probably not like too severe of constipation, because with fecal impaction you cannot even release a fart. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I've been told on Google. So what is fecal impaction? Fecal impaction is defined as the inability to evacuate large, hard, insubstantiated, concreted stool. So basically, after 3 days, your poop will start to get hard. And the more and more and more and more poop backed up in there, the more and more and more it gets dried up, and the more and more your intestines have to like stretch out to hold all that poop in there. And whenever your intestines get too big, we'll talk about that in the upcoming slides. So a bezoar, which is like stuff that you cannot digest, like string, yard, tissues, anything that you really cannot digest and hair is a big example of a bezoar. And a bezoar happens whenever is something that you cannot digest will end up storing somewhere in your stomach, like your intestines, and will cause this big ball of this like undigested stuff that it basically could kill you. A bezoar is very dangerous, and that can also lead to like intestinal blockage, which means it's blocked. You can't get anything out. And that's kind of what fecal impaction is, but that's something a little bit different. We'll talk about that in an upcoming later video. So in the GI tract, it is most commonly found in the rectum. So mainly kind of like near to your like end of your butt. So yeah. Now, can fecal impaction go away on its own? No. It needs an enema. Enema? I think it's enema. Anemia. No, that's anemia. That's enema, which is a special fluid they shove up your butt to loosen the poop. Because in the enema, there's water, and that water is supposed to help loosen up your stool. That's why they say to drink water whenever you're constipated and can't poop. It's supposed to loosen it up. So when they shove it up your butt, it loosens up all that poop, so then you can end up pooping a lot. What is intestinal rupture? It happens when you can't go poop for at least a few weeks or months. It takes 3 days for poop to start to dry up, and then it's more harder to push the poop out. So mainly it will happen after you can't poop for an extended time. It can't just happen one day after you're constipated. And as long as you leave one little poop in the toilet that's either a ball or whatever, you might be constipated, but you at least can poop. This intestinal rupture happens if you cannot poop at all, because in order to have intestinal rupture, you have to at least have a little bit of fecal impaction. Now, pics to better understand. So these are your intestines. So these are some of your intestines. Here's what it looks like. So these are your intestines, and this is what your poop will basically store up in, and then it will tell your body to poop the shit out. Probably one day I'm not being able to poop. Basically, your poop will just be stuck in there, and maybe in a couple days it might release, but you can see it's starting to back up in there and get kind of stuck. Now, this is what it might look like for a few weeks, where you can see the poop is so stuck up there that the more food you eat, basically, severe constipation might not even make you be able to eat. You might have to puke all that stuff out. You might not even be able to eat. You might lose your appetite. You might get nauseous every time you eat because your body cannot process that food because it's so backed up that it's killing you. And fecal impaction will definitely lead to serious complications if you don't get that taken care of fast enough. Which hint is death and much more. So, I feel fucking fine, motherfucker. Sorry. So, this is what poop looks like. I mean, we all know what poop looks like, but we'll get to poop colors in the next video. I know, we're talking about poop, I don't know why, but it's a serious health problem. You can basically die. So, this is what it looks like, alright? And this is what severe constipation and most likely fecal impaction will look like. Is stool backed up, stool after stool after stool, all backed up in your intestines, to the point where the more you put in there, the more it has to stretch. Alright. Now, the symptoms of intestinal rupture: abdominal pain, often severe and diffuse. So, it means like you have severe stomach pain, like the worst stomach pain of your fucking life. Another is severe abdominal cramping. So if your stomach is cramping, it could be because of food poisoning, other poisoning, cyanide. It could be, and I would say cyanide. That's like a very rare poison. Unless you eat cherries, you eat the root or something that causes that. But it really would only happen with anxiety a lot too, or like something you don't agree with you, like food poisoning. But you can have severe abdominal cramping. Now, if it's just abdominal cramping, I think that's mainly going to be anxiety. But if it's severe, like the worst stomach cramping of your life, could be because of, could be your girl stuff you have, or it could be because of, severe abdominal cramping from the intestinal rupture. Now, bloating. Now, if you had stomach cramping and you can't poop, that's also probably a automatic sign, but you never know. Bloating. Now, bloating can be because you ate too much and your stomach's trying to digest all that, or because you haven't pooped for a while and you have bloating. That's probably because your poop is so backed up it can't push it out. Nausea and vomiting. So nausea and vomiting, again, is that. Now, it also could be where you end up vomiting poop, which is an automatic go to the hospital, because puking blood or poop is most likely more rare. Blood is not more rare, but it's also rare. But puking your own fecal only happens when you cannot poop. So whenever it's not a cool thing, but interesting, is that whenever your poop is so stuck up there, your body will try to come up with a way of pushing that out, basically getting it out of your mouth. And in order to that chest pain. See, I have trouble. Never mind, I'm not gonna say the word. Now, what happens is your body will try to find a way of not exporting, but like just shooting out the poop. Basically, trying to find another way of getting the poop out because it needs it like immediately, because it's just overwhelming your body. So it's basically trying to tell your body's trying to tell the brain, it has to come up, or some part is trying to tell the other part that the poop needs to come out any way, shape, or form. So one of the other ways, and most likely, you have severe stomach pain, you got all this stuff, you feel nauseous, and you've been constipated, and your family is very worried, but you're trying to hold it in or whatever. Sometimes, if you don't even tell your family members any about this, it could be very serious. So you could just be ending your life right there by not telling them. It's just that whenever you're vomiting, it could be poop, because that's one of the only other ways you could get poop out besides doing it through your intestines. So it has to find another way of coming out of your system, and the only way other than your intestines is through your mouth, which is vomiting fecal. Now, a change in your bowel movements or habits. So if you could poop, I have trouble where I can and I can't one day. So if you have that, it's probably just something wrong with your diet. I mean, I'm not worrying about it. If I die, I die. That's just because God's ready for me. I'm not, that depressed stuff. I just learned that death is something you're gonna have in your life, and worrying about it's only gonna make your life worse. You have to live your life in the fullest, which means don't worry about the next day. You gotta worry about the present, not the future. And the thing is, I just know that when God's ready for me, He's going to take me, even if I'm not ready or not. But I know I have a good future. I'm going to be riding a Bugatti and a Lamborghini and a Ferrari at the same damn time. Anyway, a change in your bowel movements or habits might be like, you might be able to poop, and all of a sudden you can't. And it's like, you can't. And again, I'm saying a change is probably going to be not where you can poop, because that's a good thing. It's like possibly just telling you, like, you cannot poop at all. And if you cannot poop at all, and you've been able to, that means you could possibly have this. Again, it could be other reasons too. If you're very stressed out, stress can cause constipation. So moving on. Rectal bleeding. So if you have rectal bleeding, that could be because your intestines have ruptured. So that means there's basically blood in your butt. And I don't know why they would have a symptom like this, because if you have intestinal rupture, you cannot poop. Therefore, how would you know your rectum is bleeding? Unless it shows up on your underwear or something. But other than that, you'll have rectal bleeding. Fever, which is not immediately. I don't know if that means, so wait, okay, please say I actually am not thinking of a different word. Doesn't immediately mean like not right away, or does that mean right away? Because I swear there are two immediatelys. One, go there immediately. Okay, yeah, I'm right. So usually not immediately. So that means probably not right off the bat. But yeah. Chills. So you might have chills on your body, and you might have tiredness. Now, some of these symptoms I'm telling you is anxiety symptoms, so you don't always have to come to the conclusion you have something. But like last video I said, you're still worried about it, then you should probably go to the goddamn doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything that much. I have stomach pain as we speak, and I cannot sit. I have stomach problems every day, so yeah. I'll worry about it. The dangers of this. So intestinal rupture. The intestine can rupture, leaking its contents and causing inflammation and infection of the abdominal cavity. This is also called peritonitis, peritonitis. I don't even know how you say that. But, so what is this? What the hell? Peritonitis is inflammation of the peritoneum, the thin layer of tissue that lines the inside of the abdomen. Tummy. It is, well, aka the tummy, which is what we all have. It is caused by an infection which can rapidly spread around the body. Peritonitis is regarded a medical emergency and requires immediate treatment. How to prevent intestinal rupture. This is to prevent everything. Drink a lot of water. So to drink a lot of water will prevent constipation, which will prevent the one and only fear, fecal impaction. You may not care that you have this, but it's you need to watch this in case you're gonna die. Now another one is don't hold in your poop. Holding in your poop is the number one cause of constipation, or one of the number one causes and dumb reasons of you to have this, because holding in your poop will mainly always cause constipation. And another one is just don't sit around all day. Sitting around all day, basically just you're not walking around, you're not getting your activity. In order to poop and get that stool loosened up, you have to walk around. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Please like this video, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed to know if you have this, if you don't have this, and I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you found this video a little bit helpful, and I will see you guys on the next one.